gentlemen.
So it's the closer.
It's the closer.
He closes things?
Yes.
Wow.
It's a new superhero. He finds things that are open and quietly closes them.
You're gonna bang your head on that cabinet door. My work here is done.
Yeah. Gee, thanks a lot, closer.
I'm off. Oh, I can't fly.
I can't fly.
I just closed things. There are so many shows that are the something.
Well, yeah.
No, it's like, isn't
The
it like...
profiler. They have the profiler on TV, and it's like, what's your special ability? I only appear in profile. Oh,
There's another
well, that's
one,
good
too,
for
that I
half an
can't-
episode.
There's another one, too, that I can't remember the name of.
Oh, well, there have been lots of them all over time.
There was that one with that old English guy.
Oh,
The Equalizer.
The Equalizer.
Yeah.
He adjusts the stereo system in your car.
Yes.
You have more bass now, and a little less treble. I'll be off now.
But what about that gang of hoodlums that's trying to take our family in?
Well, you take care of them.
Sorry, I can't help you with that.
That's right. Now, I've just noticed, this when I do the monologue over there, I talk about the news.
Right.
A great deal. Well, I have great writers, and they come up with a lot of great jokes, but I have to also read the newspaper just to be aware of what's going on and to know what's happening. And
So you don't have really that much going on during the day.
No,
so
I have a very sad personal life.
Time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thanks for throwing that in. Happy Valentine's Day. Well, I've noticed something that you folks have probably noticed as well when you read the newspaper. You'll read a story on the front page of the paper, and then buried way in the back of the paper, there'll be a completely different story, but it kind of sheds a whole new light on the paper you saw on the front page. Now, they seem unrelated at first, but actually, when you just think about it for a couple of seconds, the front page story makes a little more sense. Now, I know that sounds confusing, and I'm legally drunk right now, so I thought tonight we'd go through some recent examples in a segment we're calling Buried in the Back Pages. All right, now, you'll get what I'm talking about in a second, and if you don't, I'm screwed. Here's an interesting example. This is the front page story in an English newspaper, the Daily Gazette. Look at this story. It says, Spice World continues record-breaking run in theaters. That's the story, but to shed light on that, buried way in the back pages is a seemingly unrelated story. Projectionist kills self-family. You think about it for a second, and you wonder, related? Maybe. But maybe not. Here's another one. It's a big story in the New York Post. It says, sociologists say large family reunions a growing trend. It's a nice story. But then buried in the back page is this story, Al Gore to visit petrified forest. Makes you kind of wonder a little bit, I think. Here's another story. It's one from the Los Angeles Times. It says, UFO sighted over Los Angeles. And then buried way in the back is the seemingly unrelated story I think explains it. Marlon Brando buys trampoline. Now, you be the judge. I love that that was a news story.
Absolutely.
Marlon Brando bought a trampoline. Front page.
Extra. Brando buys trampoline.
Thanks, 1930s newsboy.
No trouble.
Now, here's a very recent story. It's from the campus newspaper at the University of Illinois. And it says, President Clinton to visit campus tomorrow. Which is a nice big story. He's going to visit the campus. Then there's a seemingly unconnected story inside. Wrestling team reports theft of knee pads. There's actually no connection there, as far as I'm concerned. This story was on the front page of the Toronto newspaper. It says, Canadian snowboarder returns home without Olympic medal. That's interesting, yeah. But then buried deep inside is this little item. Handmade gold bong found in airport bathroom. That's pretty desperate.
Yeah.
I read the New York Times a lot because I live here in New York. Here's an item that was in the New York Times. It says, FDA panel, no need to approve new sleeping pill. Which is an interesting story. Well, there's a very clear explanation for that inside with this story. NBC renews Conan O'Brien's show for 5 years. I'm fine. All right. Thanks for laughing. Here's a story from the Los Angeles Times. They checked that paper out, too. It says, Michael Jackson cancels world tour, plans to relax in California. Well, then we saw this story in the back pages, might be related. Boys Town to open L.A. branch. Thought that was kind of interesting. And then, if you look even a little further, you'll see a story which sheds some light on that joke. Comedy writers working fewer hours. A little tired. Okay. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, this was in a local New York paper recently. We thought it was a pretty good story. It says, police commissioner, this is a quote from him, if you solicit a prostitute, we'll impound your car. And we thought that's, interesting. If you solicit a prostitute, we'll impound your car. Then in the back pages was this feature photo. Late night with Conan O'Brien's band leader, Max Weinberg enjoys a brisk walk to work. We thought... Hiya, whoremonger! I'm sure it's trouble with his carburetor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or just exercise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he lives in New Jersey. All right. We're going to take a little break right now, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we're thrilled. Tom Selleck is on the program tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun.